All right, let's do it again. Hold on. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Cheers. We're back. Episode 11, I think. Fill in the Blank podcast. Big episode. I'm super psyched. We're going through a tropical storm right now. The powers went out 8 times. Vinny is on his phone because Zoom doesn't work on his thing. And I'm still trying to remember how to do this shit. Shout out to Maersk. Shout out to this mug. This is all the fucking giveaways that Kat gets at trade shows. I just wear them now.
Oh, hell yeah. You rocking it?
That's how it goes. So, dude, what up, bro? Thanks for coming.
What's going on, man? Everything good?
Dylan, man. I'm excited to have you on here. You're the first person. So, number one, you're the first person who's wanted to come on the podcast and then took 2 months to get on.
Wow.
So thank you for keeping the suspense. I've been trying to get you ready for this shit, and we finally did it.
Yeah.
Tuesday at 2:30. So
let's fucking do it.
I wanna. This is probably gonna be a long one. So for those of you who are listening, all 5 to 8 of you, this one's gonna be fun. This one's gonna be dope. For those of you, most of you probably know Vinny, but I think that we're gonna go into some stuff that maybe you just don't know about Vinny. And we're just gonna 60-minute this shit. So let's just start this off, right? I was talking to Gabby this morning. I was like, what do I talk to Vinny about? She's like, you need to talk to him about his BOGO jets. And I'm like, I was like, no, like for real, what should I talk to Vinny? She's like, I was like, all right, I was going to go off the 80,000 things that I want to talk about. We'll just talk about those things.
Damn.
But to start it off, right, for those people who don't know you, why don't you just kind of tell people who you are? And one of my favorite questions that most people ask me, because like nobody knows what we do. You know, you tell people and you're like cybersecurity or you're in sales or whatever, they're like, what do you really do? So why don't you kind of answer that question and use it as your intro?
First thing is, why are we here? Why are we here?
I'm just gonna have
what
the
are
eyebrows.
we doing? So where do we start, man? I'm Vinesh, also go by Vinny. Known this worm of a man for 8 years, 9 years. Where are we at?
Nah, it's got to be 9.
9 years. Me and you both worked for Keith back in the day. Keith's my first manager in New York. 2011 vibes. He brought me on, and then obviously got to interview you. I mean, my recommendation was not to hire, but we were desperate, so we brought you on.
Took the $35K and said thank you. Called up Kat. I was like, Kat, it's 35, but like with commission, it's 50. So like,
she's like, what are you doing?
I said, you know, you're broke.
What are you doing with your life? Yeah, so we did that. Like we created the Shark Tank, me and you, freaking 2 people just holding it down, creating a sales process for our first company. Moved on together, round 2. We used to work in Jersey together. Yeah. That's when we first got into cybersecurity, so that was fun. So I mean, we're in, Rob and I are in very similar career fields, I guess. We're both in cybersecurity sales. We sell software. We help companies protect against cyber attacks, data breaches. Right now, especially, remote workers. Everyone's working from home. There's not a lot of protection. Yeah. That's why they have, security products like what Rob and I do. So yeah,
and I think you're playing it. We're going to use that, right? But I think you're playing it humble right there. I think that you're definitely. I would say that you're definitely getting into more of the new big logos than I am. So you probably have a broader understanding, especially because of your industry and because of what you're actually selling. I think you definitely talk about, and you've been crushing it at where you're at, right? What employee were you at the company you're at now?
Yeah, so I was like basically like first 100.
First 100,
so first 100 employees, and today our company is at like 1,200 employees.
Yeah.
So within 5 years, we've grown 12x. So made a big run, a hell of a run. We're having a lot of fun doing it, So
good.
Yeah,
good.
So we've been a good ride. So
I love it, and I mean, you and I could talk about this nerd stuff all day long. We kind of do. I'm just trying to like just you back off your leads. But no, dude. So let's take it back, right? Let's spend the next 4 to 5 minutes taking it back. I mean, I want to hear early Southern boy coming into middle school, high school. What kind of kid were you? Were you like, were you a stay-at-home kid, or were you playing fucking stickball? I don't know what. Like I can't just, when I went to Georgia, I think it was just me, and you picked me up in a pickup at the fucking. We drove to my Uncle Wilson's house for his birthday party, and it was like a stick shit. Like this is like a, you and I have been running around Murray Hill for God knows how long. I never seen you in a pickup truck, bro. So I mean, like, there's parts of you I just don't know about. So why don't you take us back there, so people can get to know that Vinny, and then we'll
man.
On the other stuff.
Yeah, so back in the day, man, I was a straight A kid, man. Straight A's, nothing but freaking, parents didn't accept anything less than A+. Obviously, if I got an A-, I was in trouble, so.
Like what kind of trouble, though? Grounded, toys taken away, what kind of trouble?
Yeah, like grounded, chores, like no playing my Game Boy, no playing my freaking Super Nintendo, stuff like that, usual kind of stuff, so. No, like I don't know, trips or whatever. But so back in the day, man, I skipped the grade actually. So 4th grade in elementary school. So I skipped 1 grade back in the day, and so I was always a year younger than everybody and stuff. So I was always kind of like the nerdy kid, I guess, growing up, and picked up like soccer along the way. I used to play. Roller hockey too, man. So roller hockey was like my thing.
Oh my god! What was the setup?
Yeah, dude.
Do you remember the
play roller hockey?
Stick?
What's that?
Play?
Yeah, we had a ball, like like the local roller rink. They would have like a setup every Saturday kind of thing, man. So that was fun. Yeah, we don't have no ice down there. It's freaking downtown.
The Thrashers were in the league for a little bit, but then they were like,
they got kicked out, man. Like we had like the Atlanta Knights back in the 90s. They got kicked out, and then we had the Thrashers. Thrashers turned into the Winnipeg Jets, man. Yeah. Canada stole them, man. So.
Yeah, dude. And they're playing right now. It's like
this
is like the best. This is the best time. Kat was laughing at me. She's like, because usually we have dinner together downstairs after like we put Pete to bed, and now it's 12 o'clock. Last night I was watching the game till 1:20 a.m. and I'm sitting there with like my iPhone, not trying to have like not trying to wake her up.
Who are you watching? The Devils or what?
No, Devils been out, bro. Right now, I don't know who I'm really going after. I just like the fact that there's so many games right now.
Yeah, it's constantly games,
just constant hockey. So I'm kind of favoring. It's tough to say. I kind of want to go after like the underdog. So like the Oilers, Edmonton Oilers.
Oh shit! Okay.
Nasty. They're playing the Chicago Blackhawks. Shout out to Rahil. Blackhawks lose that series. That's the series I'm watching the most. I stayed up till 1:20 a.m. watching that game last night, and the Oilers won 6-3 and like 4 minutes left in the third period. That game was sick. So I'm loving it. Life right now is so good because once we shut down, we had nothing. Where were we watching? I was watching 1997 vintage NHL playoff games in my basement. Like I'm like that guy now. I'm like the antithesis of like basement dude. The only thing I don't have is like conspiracy theories. I just have a podcast.
Yo, you gotta watch Alien Ancient History on Netflix.
Oh, bro.
Very addictive, dude.
I don't want to turn this podcast into an alien thing, but I'm so like. Have you seen the Unsolved Mysteries 2020?
I've seen it.
Dude, put that on Netflix. Unsolved Mysteries 2020. It's so good. Episode 2 and the alien episode you're gonna love. But
is it creepy or what? Like,
no.
Am I gonna lose sleep?
Did you ever like when you were a kid? Did your parents let you stay home if you were sick, or you had to go to school?
I don't know. Honestly, I didn't get sick at all. Honestly,
no?
Honestly, in high school, I was like basically like 1 day away from never missing a day in high school. The only day I took off was to get my braces done. Took a whole day. Yeah, dude.
Oh my god, it was so different.
I never got sick, dude.
I tried everything to get out of school, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, we were different kids. I mean, if I came home with B's, my dad was like, "We're going to McDonald's, bro. Like this is big. This is big for the family. And meanwhile, my cousin Andrea was getting straight A's. Gabby was
the
getting,
doctor,
I'm sure
right?
Gabby was like a straight B- student. I don't know, but she was definitely better but like I think I had 1 year. There was 1 year in grammar to high school where I had perfect attendance.
Yeah, that was it.
I tried everything. It was, man, like there was a time in high school where I could get my mom to call me out. So like I figured out a way to my mom would call the school and be like, "Yo, he can't come today, blah blah blah." Like
He's
that.
sick. Cough, cough. He's sick.
Yeah, he's just not feeling well, and I'd be like, "Oh, thanks, bro." Yeah, dude. So it was different. My parents were strict about it on the surface, but when the report card came, they're like, "Look, man,
Real talk.
you did your best, bro." You know, but I never. But the thing is, like, they didn't like incentivize it. Like, if I got bad grades a whole year, I was not getting that video game system that year. Like, Christmas was not going to be lit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they told me, like, you get good grades, Christmas will be lit. If you don't, it's just gonna be basic.
Not lit.
You're gonna
Not
get like
lit.
a Quicksilver shirt. I don't know. You know, like
No skateboards.
no skateboards. Yeah, your skateboard shoes are gonna have to last you another couple months. But so you were a roller hockey kid, perfect student. Were your brothers the same? Because you have two brothers, middle child.
Yeah, dude. Middle child syndrome, man. Middle
Bro,
child
so,
syndrome
like,
to the max.
It's weird though, because you guys are all extroverts. Where does that come from?
Yeah, probably my pops, but also like all three of us had a similar experience. Like my parents had a retail clothing store.
Yeah.
So like the three of us grew up like selling suits. So like customers would walk in, we'd size them up, like, hey, like, where are you from? What are you doing? You know, what are you trying to like what do you need this suit for? You need it for a wedding, you know, hopefully it's out for a funeral, do you need it for prom? Like, what are you looking for? You know, so that's how we kind of like got this like sales tactics, like, you know, basically like whenever someone's on one side of the store, they're like, you know, we pick out the suit, we pick out two or three, we just assume that they're gonna buy it. So like, all right, like, try these two on, tell me which one you like. You know, and then while they're trying on the suit, I'm already setting up like 3 dress shirts and 3 ties to essentially match up with them. I'm like I'm looking to get the whole suit deal out of them. You know, the suit. Sometimes people will be like, oh yeah, like, you know, like I just need the suit. I got the shirt, tie, shoes at home. Like, no, like, try on the suit. I'm gonna take care of you like head to toe. You know,
yeah, that's how they get you. Were you guys selling shoes too, or no? Or just,
100%.
Yeah, everything.
Dress shoes, dress socks, dude. The handkerchief, the accessories, the tie clips, like, we were all over it. So yeah,
was that a family business, or how did he get that? Did he like what's the immigrant story that I want to hear?
Yeah, dude. So my pops was in Africa. Like my dad moved from India to Africa when he was 18 years old.
Okay.
He helped his dad basically with a few businesses there. He got into wholesale clothing basically. So nice. He got to know a lot of people, and so we're a specific type of Indian. We're Sindhi.
Yeah.
So
which
Sindhi
is
people are known
north, south, west, east.
Yeah, like so modern day Sindh is a state. It's modern day in like Pakistan, but it's kind of like West India, I guess, like a Western India, but modern day, you know.
So is it just more evolved? Is it like the Hong Kong of India? Like, is it just more advanced?
So like it's basically like whenever 1947 happened, like basically like all the Hindu people, because basically like India, then you know, like it's split up with India, Pakistan, etc. Like 1947. So all the Hindu people that were in Pakistan had to migrate to India. So because Pakistan, Muslim people, Hindu people made the move to India and stuff like that. Yeah. So like Sindhis are known for like we're always been like merchants and like sales people. So there's certain Indians that are like known to be doctors, or certain Indians are known to be like, you know, hotel owners.
Sales ones.
Yeah. So we're very much like the salespeople. Like, we eat meat. Like a lot of Sindhi people are known for eating meat. A lot of Sindhi people are known for like drinking whiskey. You know, those are kind of like
they're the fun ones.
So, yeah. So yeah, I mean, like, you know, and then we have tons of Sindhi people like outside of India. You know, obviously like America has a huge Sindhi culture. I lived in London for a little bit. London had a strong Sindhi culture. Hong Kong, Taiwan, like Thailand. I have like family, friends, cousins, like all those places.
So you guys are like everywhere. I like that, because then you guys are more the explorers. So that makes sense why you are the way you are. Your dad went to Africa. He's doing the wholesale business. Does he meet your mom in Africa, or does he meet your mom here in the States? Or
in
where
India.
does he go next?
In India. In India.
Really?
Yeah. So like my my dad's parents knew my mom's parents. They kind of like knew of each other for a long time and stuff like that. And then it was very much arranged marriage.
It's wild because we had Rahil on the podcast, and his was a love marriage, and then yours was an arranged marriage. And my dad married my mom because he needed papers. I mean, it's just you do what you got to do, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah. Like in those days, you got to do what you got to do. There was like a set standard, things a little different today, but back in the day, that's how it was. So basically, my pops has had the store now for almost like 40 years and counting. So like he has he started out in South Georgia, had a store there, then moved to Atlanta and stuff, man. So it's a good ride.
Everybody picks Georgia. Like half my family went to Georgia when they came from Peru. What is it about Georgia? Like, why did they go to Georgia?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, there was like a network of so it's basically like my dad has a lot of friends that are in a similar business, and they were kind of like spread out throughout the Southeast. Like he has a couple friends in Charlotte, couple friends in Florida, Alabama. They were kind of doing the same business. They don't want to encroach on each other's territory because they're in like the exact same business kind of thing. So they kind of like spread apart a little bit, and create that. So and then he was already like in plug with the whole like ecosystem, like getting closed in, he had a relationship at the wholesale level. So,
so that game was ready. He knew who his suppliers were going to be. He just needed to get it good.
Exactly.
That's solid, dude. Who does he sell to normally? I mean, because he's in, I'm assuming, the city. So is he selling to business people, or is he just selling to anybody like me off the street?
He said like a lot of like churchgoers, honestly.
Oh, nice.
Like churchgoers, like suburban churchgoers, church groups is a big thing, like choir groups, like middle school kids, high school kids that are going to prom and stuff like that. Like Easter suits, Christmas suits. The average person like in their community wants to buy a suit for their pastor, for example. So that's a pretty big
That's crazy. That's nice.
Yeah, it's a very niche market, but like competing with Men's Warehouse and stuff like that.
Yeah, but Men's Warehouse is I mean, dude, man.
Yeah, dude. They're bankrupt.
I got so mad. Let me tell you a story really quick about Men's Warehouse. They'll never be a sponsor on my podcast, but my cousin's wedding, my cousin Andrea got married in Jersey, and all the suits for the groomsmen came from Men's Warehouse. So I had to go get fitted. Obviously, I showed up late, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. And they suit me, and I'm like, look, I like it tighter. You know what I mean? And
you need the slim. You need the slim.
I was like, whatever slim you got, slim it even more.
Super slim.
Anything that stretches, I'll take. So then I'm there, and I'm trying on the suit jacket. Okay, it looks okay. The shirt is enormous. The pants, bro, I look like fucking elephant feet. It was just, I mean, my leg is like this wide. The pants were this wide. It basically covered the shoes. And then I was like, am I allowed to taper these, or can you taper these? Blah, blah, blah. They're like, nah, it is what it is. Like, if you do anything, you're going to have to pay for the suit. And I'm like, I'm not paying for this suit. And I didn't want to be rude. You don't want to be rude. The guy picked out the suits for the groomsmen. This is what you wear. It's not my day. I tried so hard not to make it about me that day. So what I did was I basically went through the entire ceremony wearing that suit. Took all the pictures. Pictures didn't come out so bad. But I was so uncomfortable. So literally after after they did the whole I do's and we came down the stairs and all that stuff, I changed into my own suit. I just changed completely. And I said, fuck it, I'm never wearing a Men's Warehouse suit ever again. I returned it and I was like, I'm never coming back here.
You can keep it.
The lady was like, okay, thanks.
Jesus.
Yeah, so anyway, so that was my wins. So he should crush Men's Warehouse if he's doing any sort of alterations. The only thing I can see him getting screwed on is Suit Supply. That's the one that's it's cheaper and it's good service. The guys look like us, so they kind of get the styles. You know what I mean?
More modern styles and stuff like that, right? Yeah, true.
That's interesting though. So you started out selling suits, and that's how you became a salesperson.
Yeah, man. Every summer, freaking sold suits, man. Like on it. As long as I can remember, I was in the store every summer, on the weekends when they were busy and stuff. Working it, man. Hustling.
Yeah. Everybody, all your brothers, Levine.
Yeah, dude, the whole fam. Whole fam. Yeah, Saturday morning, our pops would incentivize us, yo, if you, because Saturday morning, he'd be I had school all week, I'm tired, I'm busy, he'd be get your ass up. All right, if you come to the store today, he's like, if you come to the store today, I'll get you a foot long from Subway. And I was like, oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
I need that foot long from Subway. I want the big boy. Yeah, dude, that was fun, man. Back in the day, man.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
my dad used to do that with soccer. My dad wanted me to play soccer and be good. Like in my soccer career, I had 3 games. 3 good games, bro. These were games. The rest of it, they're okay. I couldn't really figure out where to put me. Do I put this guy in goalie, defense? What does he do? He's fast.
Dude, I still can't believe you were freaking goalie in hockey, man.
Yeah, dude. I played last night.
I don't see that.
I played last night. No one believes I play hockey.
You played last night?
I played last night. Morristown. M-Town. Got men's league. They canceled everything because of COVID, but the rink is still trying to make money because they got to pay rent. So they rent out the rink for like $100 an hour. So like 3-4 of us split it, and we rent and we practice for an hour.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's like the only indoor activity I'm doing right now because everything's obviously.
You just sit at the goalie the whole time? Like they just shoot
you
at you for an hour?
Bro.
Or what?
I mean, you're moving. Like I'm moving. I sweat. You should have seen. I had like 2 big ass waters yesterday. Sweating like an animal. So I exercise. Jesus. I love it though, but no one believes I mean, look, this is why probably no one believes I play. Because Gabby doesn't believe it. She's like, send me a picture. I don't believe you played. So in high school, I played hockey since I was 8 years old. So like all my young friends, like from when I was like grammar school, middle school into high school, they know I play hockey. But they also know I wasn't very good at it. Like, so like, I loved hockey.
What'd you think?
And what happened was that so it was all going great. I mean, middle school, I was playing travel. I was good for my age, 12, 14. Got to high school, and now you're competing against goalies for the starting spot that come from all the towns. I went to a private school. So these are like the classically trained goalies. These are the technical goalies. These are the goalies that, they have private coaches. My Puerto Rican ass is coming out like, coming in with like an orange beanie on. Like, I don't like
Jesus.
So I come in and, I practice with the team. I made JV first year. I'm practicing with varsity. I'm really trying, right? They put me in a game, rivalry, RBC versus CBA, which is like our rivalry.
Oh, it's big.
Like,
Jersey Light, that's
Alabama,
big.
like that level. Vasquez is starting. First in. Face off. First 2 shots on net, goal. Ruined me. First one between the legs. I was so nervous that I guess my stick went up. So in high school, after freshman year, my nickname was Red Light. Because when the puck goes in the net, the red light goes on.
I thought like red light isn't like stop sign. Like
no,
you're the opposite.
Red light. That's what they used to call me. So my brand wasn't there. So it was really an uphill climb. I stopped playing after
the first game.
After sophomore year, they let me kind of like pick up the waters after that. I was a practice goalie. So I never got my varsity jacket, but I think I did okay in life.
Jesus.
But anyway, so I don't even know where I was going with that. Oh, yeah, the hockey. It's a good exercise, bro. I mean, what are you doing right now for exercise? It's fucking tough. You're in New York City.
Chilling, man. Chilling, going little runs. Honestly, me and the roommate do like in-house workouts and stuff like that. We did like a little thing yesterday, like little circuits. It was nice, man.
Nice.
Some squats, some upper body, some lower body, so knock it out. But honestly, like, I'll be real with you. Been lazy as hell, man.
Bro, look at
past 4 or 5 months.
One of my things that I want to do is lose 10 pounds. It's on my
screen. Oh, shit. To-do list?
I gained it, man. I gained it too, bro.
Yeah?
We were ordering out way too much.
COVID-15? COVID-20?
Yeah.
You working with?
COVID, I don't even know. I don't want to know. But those the fly more than I drive shirts definitely fit a lot tighter now.
Oh, yo, that hoodie, I love that hoodie, dude. Dude, wait till it drops like below like 65 degrees. Like that hoodie's gonna be in full force.
Jeez.
I get comments on that. Yo, people just point and laugh at it, like at the airport and stuff like that when I wear it. Oh, people love it.
Coming back from Toronto, they used to think it was hilarious. You should have wore it when you were on the jet, bro. That would have been perfect.
Oh, yeah, I could have, right? Dude,
that shit didn't have air condition, bro. What's up? It's nice flying private, though, right?
Yeah, bro. You gotta get used to it, man. It's nice. Not a bad thing.
My subscription ends in October or November. But when's the next time I'm really gonna fly?
Dude, who knows, right?
I don't know.
What do you think? January?
I'm approved to travel in October for my company, but it's not going to happen. Where am I going to go?
Yeah, right.
Pittsburgh? Boston, maybe? But it's like, I don't know. I haven't really looked into the hotels, what the cleaning process is. United's been pretty good about communicating how safe it is to fly. But the thing is, like, are customers going to be, like, comfortable meeting with strangers or with people outside? They have families that they have to go back to. Like, that's unnecessary exposure.
Yeah, dude. I don't think so, honestly. But, you know, Delta's doing it way better than United, though. You know that, right?
Why?
Delta's got that. They're blocking out the middle seat until the end of the year, man. They're the only airline that commits.
No, Southwest does it.
Yeah. But Delta
Southwest
gives you, like, two pieces of, like, hand sanitizer, like once when you walk in, once when you sit down, they give like a goodie bag of snacks and a bottle of water and stuff. So yeah, they're good, man. Damn. Delta for life, man. Delta loyalists.
Keep that going. There's actually a promotion. I saw it on because I watch like flight reviews on my phone now. I mean on my TV now, just because I miss flying so much. So I watch like airport reviews.
Which kinds?
Yeah, and what's it called? They were trying to do a promotion again. I haven't seen it in years, where they're trying to get United people over to Delta, and they'll match our status.
Really?
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah.
The thing is, it's like I don't know. I can't. United's flying out of Terminal C at Newark. I'm not trying to go to Terminal A any more than I have to, and Delta flies out of there. So it's like I don't.
Delta's in B in Newark, I think, right?
B? I think it's A or B. It might be both.
Yeah.
I think B is international.
Yeah.
I don't know. We fly a lot. When I fly Air Canada, it's all at A. Or if I took United Express to Toronto, it's usually all Terminal A. All right, let's get into the next shit because I'll go on about fucking airports forever.
I was gonna ask you, does Catherine ever tell you, like, because you talk a lot, does Catherine ever tell you just, Rob, please shut up?
No, you know what's funny? Listen to this. I was talking to a recruiter yesterday on a profiling call. That was her qualifying me to see what level of job she would recommend me for, right? And it was like an interview. And at the end of it, I asked her, I'm like, I'm kind of long-winded. So if I didn't answer anything, I tell her this straight up. I'm like, if I didn't answer anything properly, please let me know because sometimes I go off. She goes, you know what? She goes, you are long-winded, but you're also remarkably succinct. And I'm like, ooh, I like that. So talk to me how you got into so how'd you get to London? You got to London through a finance job, and then you moved back to New York. So how did that happen? And I guess, was that something you did in like UGA? I mean, that's a whole podcast in itself. I mean, weren't you in a fraternity?
Not like a real fraternity, like a business fraternity.
Got it.
Business fraternity, business majors, co-ed kind of thing. Like, yeah, it's a good setup or whatever. So, yeah, I was in that for college. And then, I was working banking for a little bit in Atlanta. I want to make a move. And, basically, on it, I found this program, basically, that was like, hey, come work abroad for a year. Basically, like work for an investment bank, fly here kind of thing. I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. Read some reviews. I was like, I'll give it a shot. So it was like a 1-year contract kind of thing. So I worked for UBS out there, the Swiss investment bank. So man, it was awesome. So I was in London for a year. I wanted to change, and I wanted to see if I'd like the big city, basically. And I was always in like a suburban town, like Atlanta, kind of like smaller city, but nice. But I want to give it a shot. And when I was in London, I was like, I love the big city. I gotta be in the big city now.
Did you get the travel bug when you were out there?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. When I was in London, like each month we would make a trip. So there's a group of us that are like expats. Like, so we did running of the bulls in Spain.
Hold on one second. We're running out of time.
No, Shep.
Might have to open up a new one. Hold on, let me pause.
All right, cool.
And we're back. I didn't upgrade my Zoom, so. All right, continue.
So made the move to London, but like my 1 year in London was awesome. Like, so me and a group of expats, like each month we would take a trip somewhere. So like 1 month we went to like Madrid, Barcelona, Pamplona, running of the bulls. We did that 1 month. one month we did Tour de France in Paris. Like one time we did Portugal, like the whole Algarve region. The beaches there was awesome. We did like Wales, Poland, Denmark. So it was awesome, man. Yeah, so definitely got the travel buzz out there. So it's a good time, man. No, it was awesome. Like London was a great experience too. You know, like London embodies Indian culture a lot more, I think, than here. So like, you know, you got like Indian food, like in every grocery store out there. You got Indian movies, Bollywood infusion. I had 2 uncles and aunts out there too. So like, yeah, definitely felt like home.
That's fun, bro. It embraces it more than they probably does here.
Yeah,
yeah, it's true, actually, right? There's probably like little sector. I mean, where I lived in the city, there was that little India area where all the spicy food was at. Curry Hill, bro. Curry Hill, man.
Yeah, dude.
Whew. I never ate at any of those places. I was too scared.
Yeah?
But I definitely saw a lot of people hanging out there. Definitely loving that curry in a hurry stuff. I mean, that shit was popping. Late night.
You can't handle the spice or what? What's wrong with you?
Nah, I do. I don't even handle white people spice. I'm fucked.
Really?
I can't. Can't. There's one thing I can handle. It's called ají, which is like basically like tomatoes and onions. It's like it's not even.
It's like nothing.
It's nothing exactly.
Like
all right,
below mild.
So then, I mean, dude, with the time we have remaining, we'll probably just start with a new one. Let's go. So let's talk a little bit about I mean, so then you moved back to the city. Did you meet Nuvi, your roommate, when you were in London, or did you meet him when he was back here?
No, here, man. We met here actually. So Rahil and like Sarish, they met him through like their friends. So they introduced us. I was looking for a roommate. My roommate Steve was moving out. I don't know if you remember him.
Billy Steve.
Cool guy. Yeah, dude. So he was on the way out. I was looking for a new roommate. I was kind of asking around. So yeah, I asked Sarish and Rahil. They put us in touch with Naveen, man. It was all history. So
that's crazy. That's a gang started.
So that was awesome, man. Yeah. Naveen's a man, dude. He was an awesome roommate to have. Unfortunately, he was only with me for a year, man.
I know.
Freaking made the move to London, but yeah, it's an awesome time together. So
it's crazy how long ago that feels.
Yeah, right. Like, that feels like 2 years ago, but it was like freaking 6, 7 years ago. You know, like. Time flies.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was Nuvi. You had the room, so you were always in that that K-Town apartment.
K-Town. Yeah, bro.
The whole time.
I'm basically half Korean, bro.
Yeah, you definitely are. I'm still burping up some of that garlic wings we used to have at 2:30 in the morning. Oh my god, that place was amazing. Bro. It was the worst and the best decisions ever.
We used to crush those freaking.
Spicy,
yo, you couldn't handle that the spicy wings. You weren't about that, bro.
No, dude. I remember one time we sat at a table and we ordered like a mountain of wings, and I'd just be in there just like with a pitcher and then just wings, and I'm like, this is not gonna end well like at all.
Dude,
it's just like
you're like one of my few friends. You're like obsessed with like Hooters, aren't you? Like you love Hooters wings, right? Yeah,
I'm definitely not obsessed with Hooters wings.
You
definitely
are, right?
Not.
No.
No.
That's that as like the meeting spot. You freaking.
No, bro. You want to know why? Because you always had the coupons. You were like the coupon god.
Yeah, dude, that's true.
So you had like that Groupon or whatever where we got free stuff. We got like cheaper wings or whatever. So we used to do that right on 34th Street. Just get up that Hooters.
Yeah, dude, and easy for you too. Right next to Penn Station.
It's super easy. Guys. I've been back and forth, freaking Jersey to New York.
Yeah,
I had 1 year. I had like, I'd say maybe 9 months where I didn't have to commute back and forth.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was wild. And then I had to keep going back and forth. You took a ferry. You know what the commute's like. You ferried it back and forth
Jersey
too.
life. Yeah. Did that Morristown shit too?
Oh, dude. Remember you used to hide in the bathroom so you didn't have to buy the monthly pass the whole way?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Where'd Vinny go? He's just digging in the bathroom. They used to catch on to me so bad, bro. I used to use the Newark Broad Street to New York one all the time. And then once the app came out, it's not loading.
The barcode, whatever.
I used to pretend to be asleep.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god. When I lived in Newark and I used to come back late, I have to run to my apartment because I was scared out of my mind getting off that train.
You were shit.
Scared they were gonna eat me.
Jesus.
That was, like,
You were there for
fun.
how long in Newark?
I was in Newark. We were in Newark almost 2 years.
2 years, huh?
2 years. And then we moved down to Long Branch. And then I moved to New York. Kat kept the apartment. And then she moved to Montclair. And then I was splitting New York and Montclair.
Yeah. Back and forth.
That was wild. And I was
Back and forth,
Airbnb
bro.
my apartment in New York. I was running around. Airbnb my apartment. That's a whole different segment. That's
Your freaking apartment's like a freaking Motel 6.
oh
Remember
my god. Let me tell you something.
We had me
Very
like
few
changing
people.
the sheets. Yeah, be changing the sheets and changing your fucking locks and keys and shit.
The code. I was hustling, bro. Let me tell you something. You read my Airbnb comments. I was 5-star, all-star.
All 5?
All 5
All
stars.
5? Super host?
People loved it.
Super Jersey host?
Yeah, there was only one dude that trashed my place. Only one. He left those freaking, what are those called? The vapes? He left vape cartridges all over my apartment. My chairs were like in the loft. It was a mess. And I was like, what did this guy do? What was he even doing here?
We had some good times at that apartment, man.
Dude, we had so much time. We had so much
You're
time.
You're 1 year in the city?
Oh, my
nuts,
God.
man.
I'll never forget when I got the keys. I went to Tavern on 3rd with the keys. Got my keys, Tavern on 3rd, got my burger, my beer.
They literally have your name, like fucking Hall of Fame, Tavern on 3rd, right?
It's
there.
closed down now.
Walk in. Most wanted, Tavern on 3rd. The word.
We know your credit card number by heart. Don't worry. You don't feel right. You know,
You used to suggest that place every day.
Because it's so close.
Let's grab breakfast at Tavern on 3rd. No, it's fucking Wednesday. I don't grab fucking breakfast at Tavern on 3rd.
Y'all used to, because you guys always want to go to American Whiskey. That shit was like across town. I'd be sweating my ass off by the time I got there. That was fun, though, that place.
Damn, bro.
That was a lot of fun, dude. What are you thinking? Are you going to stay? Are you going to stay long term, or when are you moving back?
Oh, no, man. This year will be 9 years in New York
9.
in October, so 9 years, man. 9 years. It's like I made a good run. I think this is the last winter that I'll probably do in New York with, but I don't want to be in winter anymore in New York City. Hate winters up here.
Give me 1 second. Hold on. And we're back. All right. It's too much money to upgrade the Zoom, bro. It's money. Let me get a sponsor first.
Zoom Pro.
You get some
Tag
tummy
your sponsor,
tea,
bro.
some tummy tea or something. Come on, you got
Tag
it.
your sponsor, bro.
Probably just you can sponsor me, bro. Run ads on here. What were we talking about? We were talking about when you leave in the city. You said this might be the last. Where are you gonna go? You're gonna move?
I don't know, man. We'll see.
Have you thought about living outside the country?
Potentially, I don't know. Maybe further down the line, like maybe after another year or two. Like I've always loved Paris. I've always loved like French culture and stuff like that. Yeah. So living in Paris, become fluent, that could be a thing. I'll be down for that. You know,
that'd be sick. I think about it a lot. Because
where would you go?
I'm thinking about Denmark.
Really?
Yeah, dude, Copenhagen. I mean,
it's so expensive there. No, it's freaking cold.
I mean, it's first off, it's not that expensive,
yeah.
And it does get cold. Yeah, but I mean, it gets cold here, and the only thing I think I'd have a problem with is like the culture. It's so equality, and like you can't be like the boastful American there because it's not accepted. So I think that would be a culture shock. But I mean, it just seems like a good idea, bro. It's nice.
You guys actually like considered it, some of that? Like,
yeah, I mean,
Denmark for real?
I mean, I would consider it. I think that it'd be easy for Kat to relocate, right? Because she would just get a higher position. And for me, it's like our job requires us to travel so much. So the only challenge I see from a con is that whatever territory I would be covering, I probably have to they'd have to be okay with an English-speaking person.
Yeah, right.
That's the only
but also,
thing.
Real talk though, like business travel, like when do you think business travel is going to return to freaking 2019 levels? Like, dude, I don't see it happening for like
short
a
answer.
year and a half, 2 years. Like,
optimistic Rob thinks that next summer, but pessimistic Rob thinks that whenever the clients are comfortable with it. I think that we're going to have to see a wave of events coming back. And not only just events coming back, attendance for those events coming back. Everybody's going to Vegas right now for Black Hat. We're doing this shit all virtual. You know what I mean?
It's all virtual,
So like
right?
once that demand is there, then I think people are going to be then traveling back for business. But it all depends.
Dude.
It all depends.
Like I think everybody, dude, like everybody is switching it up. They're like, yo, like we don't have to be in person anymore. You know, you can do like video conferencing, like Zoom meetings like this. You know, basically. So I don't know,
ain't
man.
the same though.
It's true.
You know, especially in our line of work.
Be on site.
Yeah, you got to be on site. You got to be with the technical guys. You got to be sitting there having strategy. You got to be building. I mean, a big part of our job is relationship. You know that.
Relationships for sure.
You know, it's all about relationship, because that's how we build long-term shit too. It's not just kind of, hey, you have a need, let me fill that need, and then let's move on. It's much bigger than that. You know what I mean? So like getting to know and seeing different sites and being familiar with their data center in Toronto and their data center in Philly, like all those things are super important. And it also helps us learn, because it, like, I go to Toronto and I have like 11 meetings. You know what I mean? So
it's true, man. Shit.
That activity just doesn't happen when I'm in my basement. As much as I would love to be on calls all day long, people have their kids to take care of. They've got their own life. They're in their house. They got their job. They're trying to do this. You know, so I don't know, man. I think I think back to normal. I have this weird theory that I think, like, us as humans, we just go back. We forget. You know, there's going to be a time when there's a vaccine and we're going to forget. And then, you know, I'm sure business travel has hit this sort of decline before, and it'll ramp back up. Because where we were at in business travel, I was traveling every week. You know, it was business travel.
You literally were, dude.
Business travel.
You crushed those freaking 5 a.m. flights, dude. You crushed it every Monday.
I was going hard. And that's all stopped. That's all stopped.
Yeah. So, what do you think though about this, like, about the vaccine, man? Because obviously, like having a vaccine is going to be like extremely helpful. But dude, there could never be a vaccine, you know? Like,
it's going to be.
What do you think?
I mean, look, this is how I see it, right? Not to get political. I think when there's a vaccine, it's a way to mitigate it, right? It's a way to stop the mass spread, which will then stop the fear. The other side of it, you know, you've been to Japan, right? You've been to Asia?
A layover. Yeah, a layover basically.
So over there, I mean, I think one of the things is like, okay, when we think about mitigating things, we think about vaccine, we think about the mask, we think about hygiene, we think about, you know, having access to tests and stuff like that on a regular basis. I mean, Japan, it was super normal for people to wear masks just as a way to be polite. If you even feel a little sniffle or you feel a throat thing, you wear a mask to be polite to the people around you, because they're moving all around, right? So I think that if we were to implement that into our culture and not be so scared about it, I think it would speed up a lot of the things that we want to go back to normal.
The recovery and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not a scientist, bro. I don't know how infectious diseases work. You know, I get my information from Joe Rogan's podcast. So like, I'm not the guy to talk to about that, but I can tell you from like the conversation I can have is from a business travel standpoint. And I mean, what are you seeing, like, when you're dealing with your customers? Because like, are you used to going on site for POCs and deployments? Are you used to going there for like checkups? Like, I mean, there's a lot 100%. Of social things that we do in our job. So like, what friction are you seeing with that right now? Like in your
for sure, because for us, like we're actually like required to be like on site basically. We're required to be on site for everything basically, like constantly. So I'm so used to like nonstop being there for like, you know, even for like an hour lunch, like that. I used to fly to like Ohio and stuff like that, you know, like for the day. So, no, it's a business environments change, I think, but you know, keeping good relationships. I think in some ways it's like strengthened some relationships that I have with certain customers, you know, because we'll do like video chats and it's like super personal because you're like talking to someone like that's in their house, you know. So it's like more like a personal connection to some. The others, it's like, hey, you know, it's more difficult to make that connection, you know, like over the
there's
phone.
Not the same collaboration, right? Like I think you mentioning, you know, flying to Ohio for an hour. I remember one time, me and JMO, for those of you guys who know, is Jonathan. He was actually both our SCs for a certain point. We flew to Madison, Wisconsin, to eat hot dogs with an architect, and literally diagrammed POC on a napkin at a hot dog place. I mean, that's just how business got done. You know,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
no, like, if you're there with the guy, you have his full attention. You're architecting out exactly what you want to happen. So then you have a path on what to do for the business, right? And then I cover all the other stuff. And then JMO knows what he has to do. He knows what he has to do. And there's that level of like, you know, you could say things when you're sitting next to somebody that you wouldn't put in an email.
Exactly.
Or you're afraid of being reported.
So true. You get so many more like interactions. You can read the room a lot better. You can, you know, basically like figure out where you stand in the process. It's a lot easier in person, right?
Let's talk about let's talk a little bit about sales, because I think this is something that I love to talk about, the psychology of it, because I think we have so many personal touches, you find your ways to whether it's manipulative or whether it's just naturally how you build relationships with people and how you use that to then, you know, gain the leverage and then use it as a touch point. Like when we were first starting out, right? You find out what college they went to. If their team won, you would send them an email about that, right? That's one thing. And now I think at the level we're at now, you know, I go to Toronto and I sit in a room with guys for a couple hours. We go to their favorite bar for lunch, and they're showing me their city. There's a level of relationship that's being built there that they're letting me in. Now I'm part of the group, and I'm not just the sales guy with this, you know, like I purposely don't wear the suit ever anymore because I've had too many people be like, thank God you motherfuckers didn't show up in suits. He's like, because
that's true,
if my boss saw people with suits here, he's going to be like, how much is this going to cost me? So now it's kind of like reverse psychology. You know what I mean? So like, how do you think about that?
Yeah, it's true, man. Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, getting someone in a casual setting, and honestly, I took some notes from you because I remember like you would say like you would always look to meet your customers outside of the office, right? Like you'd always ask like, hey, like, you know, what's the best coffee spot nearby you, or like where do you usually go for lunch? Like what's a good spot for lunch, you know? And I definitely take notes from that where like I would definitely try to, you know, be more casual with them, like, you know, sport coat, maybe not a sport coat, maybe more like jeans and a shirt kind of like set up, you know, where you get to know people a little more personally. They open up a little bit, and you know, I don't think it's, you know, manipulative. I think it's very much like building a relationship, and you know, I love like meeting customers, getting to know them, and then, you know, basically telling them like, hey, like I really hope that you like I really hope this really helps out. Like our solution helps you guys out, even if it doesn't. Hey, like let's keep the relationship, and you know, like our community, our world is so small. Like it's awesome just to like bump into people. Like I was at RSA, like on a big security conference in February. I was just bumping into people left and right, like old coworkers, old colleagues, like customers, like, you know, like former people that have said yes to me, have said no to me. I think it's awesome either way to, you know, build that community kind of, you know. So
I think that's part of the game too, right? And it's part of what makes this job fun. You know, I think you know, like we're such people, you know what I'm saying? That it's just kind of naturally a skill that you just enhance. And one of the things that I took from you too is like, you know, not to like stroke you off a little bit, but like you have a way, and I've watched it, right? Because I was the one that sat next to you when you were doing your cold calls. And hold on a second, give me one second. Back. One of the things that I took from you, because I used to listen to your ass, and it's just the ability to make the connection so fast, right? Because it's like, you know, your story, went to UGA, did this, did that, did this, and then it was kind of like bringing that to them, right? So then they had a place to connect. Were they college football fans? If you got a college football fan on the phone with you, it's fucking over because you're educated. Because you're educated and you could talk to them now on a level that's like not about the technology. You can kind of ramble off on this, and then you get to know them and they open up, and then you're like, oh yeah, by the way, we're here to talk about this. Like that's been something that I have used, whether it's in a corporate setting or in a whatever casual
personal setting, new friends, networking, all the above, right?
Always. I think that it's something that we just have to do, right? It's just kind of like, it's the volume game of business, and it just doesn't always happen on the computer or on the phone. It's got to happen like in real life, like the serendipity of meeting the head penetration test person of UBS at the Moxie Hotel in Washington, D.C. during an event, FSI, like that just doesn't happen. You know what I mean?
Dude, right?
And then him going over and be like, what are you drinking, dude? And then that's it. You're in a casual setting, you know? and then you get to talk about it, and then you become text friends, and then it's this.
Building a relationship. Yeah, dude, 100%.
I think that's just the speed that you kind of have to go at. That's what makes you different. And talk to me. This is something I want to talk about because I deal with this a lot, and it's kind of, it used to be an insecurity, but now it's kind of like whatever. But like being a young, brown, not computer science educated person in the cybersecurity industry in sales, what barriers, challenges, shit have people thrown at you, and how do you deal with it then and then now? This is exactly what I want to talk about.
Yeah. No, like I've definitely been told before, like very much people like me like, oh yeah, like you must be like the tech guy, right? Like you know which machine learning algorithm like you guys are using like under the hood, right? And I'm like, no, I'm not the tech guy. Like I'm just the sales guy. Like I'm here to like sell this thing to you, basically. So yeah, no, I've definitely had that like up front, people give that kind of judgment sometimes, but no, honestly, like I love it, man. Like it's fun. It's like our job is like, I love it because it's a new challenge every single day.
Yeah.
That's just one small challenge that we do. Yeah. Dude, like you've seen stuff like we've been in this game for like 9 years now. Yeah. Technology sales, like we've seen everything that they can throw at us in a lot more, so it's part of the job, like I think overcoming like just simple objections like that is just like what we do every single day. And I was like, that makes it fun, like,
it does.
I think if you have fun doing what you're doing, like, dude, time flies, man. That's like dude. I'm like, yo, it's already 3:30. Like, holy shit. Like,
it does.
So,
and so, I mean, especially because we've been in it for so long, right? It's just we've got so many stories that we can literally use for the rest of our lives.
Non-stop stories,
and I mean, that just naturally just comes off our tongue now. We don't have to think about it. It's not like I have to remember, what the fuck script. I'm just like, oh, who am I sitting in front of? Your threat intel? All right, cool. Let's talk about this. Like, what do you want to talk? Like, I'll literally just be there. Like, all right, what do you want to talk about? Because like, I'm gonna rattle off 8 things that maybe touch on your thing, but like, why don't you just tell me so that we can just get into it?
Dude.
And like, I think in the beginning I couldn't say that. In the beginning, I couldn't have that level of audacity, I guess you could call it. And it's just coming from a place of I just want to bring you value in the fastest amount of time possible, because that's kind of what I'm here for, right? Otherwise, I'm wasting your time.
Dude, do you think that me and you could do a podcast where we just say, damn, for an hour straight? Like, we just take turns, like, damn.
First off, we need to have, like, the foghorn that just goes, damn. We should have that as, like, the visual for the podcast. Like, damn. And then just kind of like, gabs.
Yeah, it's true, dude. We should.
We totally should. I think we should just have a booth at every conference and just do that the entire time.
A virtual booth?
Virtual booth, and you just click on it and then it just goes like that. I think we 100% could have a podcast and do that. I don't know. I think we could go on forever. I know I can. I think you can.
You could talk forever. I know that shit.
Yeah, I'm really trying to get better at this podcast shit, bro, because I feel like I'm the guest sometimes. I could like ask myself questions and answer.
Yo, honestly, it's fun, man. Like all the shit that you do is like inspiring, man. Seriously, it's fun.
I'm glad.
Yeah,
it's it really, like I said before, I've said it 100 times on the podcast. It's like I was just tired of talking to the walls, bro. I mean, there's only so many people. Yeah, bro. I mean, now I've got a real setup. I've got the iron. Like, check this out. Look, this is so 2020.
Jesus.
I got my mask on top of my. I've got a light down here that projects the sunlight so I don't get like sad. I got an espresso machine. I named it Nuveen.
Nice, dude.
I got my liquor cabinet over there. I got my wipes. I'm chilling, bro. I got my stand-up desk. I'm sitting now, but what's your work setup right now? How are you adjusting to only, because you used to be in the office.
Yeah, dude, chill. I mean, like I was already working from home a little bit and stuff like that before, but it's nice, man. Like I got the bar stools behind me, so as I switch it up, I got the TV playing in the background. I got there's a Spotify playlist, Big Desk Energy.
Big Desk Energy.
So good.
Shout out Big Desk Energy. I'm gonna
so good.
get low.
Just like yo, it's like nonstop bangers, like instrumentals in the background, like keeping you hype all day, man. So it's good.
I love that. Whoever came up with that name.
Yeah, dude, so good. Spotify. You want some Apple Music shit though, right?
Yeah, I got Apple, but Cat's got Spotify, yo. I'd be on that.
Yeah.
I'd be tagging along on that. We've had to up. Right now, I've got Apple, I've got NHL TV, and I pay for YouTube Premium because P needs her iPad shit on lock.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's a whole thing, bro.
All the above, huh?
Apple's living off me, bro. All right, let's talk about two more things, and then we'll wrap it up. First off, so we've taken a decent amount of trips together, right? And I think that it wouldn't be a podcast without talking about travel. I mean, I know we talked about you going to London, you traveling all around Europe, which I'm jealous because the only place I've ever been in Europe is France, right? Paris, and then South.
Really? That's it?
Only place, and then technically Iceland. Iceland is technically part of Europe, so I went there. What?
You never been to Spain?
No. We were supposed to be in Portugal like last week, but it got canceled.
Jesus.
Yeah. I have never been. I've been a lot of places, but I've never been around Europe. So we're going to Portugal next year, June. So I was trying to find a flight that took us to Spain all the way down, and we would land in Faro, and then go. But it's so expensive because I got to bring me, Cat, P, the au pair, and we got to have the big seats. So like it's expensive. It's expensive.
Just do it private, bro. It makes sense.
Do you know how much it is to fly private to Portugal? Like 60 grand. I've looked. I'm set up on alerts in case the price goes down. If it hits 10 grand, I might consider it. No, so I was looking to try to get Spain to knock that off the bucket list, but it's too expensive. So we're going to fly into Lisbon and then stay in Lisbon one day, go straight down. 3 of the top 20 beaches in Europe are in Portugal.
Yeah, dude.
So we're going to
Algarve is awesome. Yeah. I've done it before, like Barrow, like Lagos and stuff like that, like down there. It's awesome down there, man. But honestly, like Lisbon, I would suggest like staying a couple of days in Lisbon. It's super nice. Yeah. Great food, great culture. Like it's fun, man. They got this like drink there called ginginia. Really good stuff. Ginginia, yeah. It's like a cherry liquor, like native to Portugal. Super nice.
One of the things I loved about we were in Saint-Tropez. Yeah, we were in Saint-Tropez. Yeah. This is pre-P, so this is me and Kat just chilling. We went down there with a few friends, and there was this thing that they had for breakfast. It was like a red beer. It was like very like southern France. You drink this after a night, and it was the most. I've always looked to recreate that beer, and I've never been able to. I don't know what the name of it is, but it was like so normal for them to drink that. And I had that with bacon and eggs. So anyway, what I was trying to get at is like you traveled all over, right? So we've taken a few trips. What would you say is like your favorite trip we took together? Like which one was it?
Let's see. Where'd we go? Miami was fun that one time, man.
Yeah, that was wild.
Miami and shit. That was a good time, right?
Remember they didn't want to let us in to live, and we had to bribe the dude to let us in to live.
Yeah, dude, to get us in. Yeah, dude. And what's his name? Like Prince Harry was there, or whatever.
Prince Harry was there.
The next day, we read the newspaper, like, yo, who was that one dude that had like 80 chicks around him?
The place was like dead. Besides him being there.
Yeah. Exactly, right? Yeah.
We showed up real late though, because we were with your friend. Remember we went to that one bar with your friend. We played that game with the ring.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah. Our buddy was there. Remember we bumped into No Sean Moreno?
No Sean.
That was funny,
I tell that story all the time. Like, yo, I bought No Sean Moreno vodka soda.
And I was like fangirling over, and he was like, "Get away from me, dude."
Yeah, he was there by himself. He had just got traded to Miami. We had no idea.
Dude. We were walking the streets, man. South Beach.
What was the name of that place? It was started with a C.
The Clevelander, right?
Clevelander. Yep.
Yeah, dude.
We hit up Mango's. Yeah, dude, Miami was fun.
Right?
Miami was fun, bro.
Yeah, man. Miami's a good little trip. What do you think? What's your favorite trip?
I'm going to have to say Tel Aviv.
Tel Aviv.
Tel Aviv for us.
Dude, that was fun too.
Oh, dude, that was number one. The time zone had us so thrown off.
Yeah,
we were on the other side of the world. We had never ever been there before.
Dude, that was our first business trip. That was our first business trip ever. Like
Yeah.
When we traveled for work, that was our, and I was like, wait, you guys are trusting the two of us to go to freaking Tel Aviv? Like, you sure? Like 24-year-old me, 25-year-old me was like, oh shit, let's do it.
I remember we got hired like right before Christmas, and January 1st or whatever, we were on a plane to Tel Aviv, like sitting economy, like so happy, like
wow.
Stayed in that same hotel at the Renaissance, and I think, dude, I seriously think that was one of the. I mean, I would bundle them together because we went twice together. No.
Yeah. Tel Aviv,
right? I think I
did
went
the Dead Sea.
total.
Yep. We did the Dead Sea, stuff like that. We stayed out in the Bedouin, middle of the desert and stuff, right?
Yeah. I actually had to leave that one early because Kat was having her friends. Like, we had this whole other vacation planned.
Yeah, you stayed in my freaking apartment in Koreatown.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah, dude.
You're right. But the first time, man, it was just, the beach there, like partying on Rothschild Street. Like, I think that was probably my favorite one, just because it was so new to both of us. Remember being in like the taxi cab and then just seeing those big ass towers?
Yeah, dude.
Like,
right.
What the hell is going on? I felt like I was in a different world.
That was fun, man. Middle East, man. Different life.
That was different life. That was fun though. I had a really good time there. I mean, you've been to like Dubai and stuff though too. So
Dubai's tight, man. Different
if you had
world.
to pick top 3, you don't have to go into the stories, but top 3, what would be the top 3 spots you had yourself, whatever, with group?
Destination?
Yeah, destination, like world.
Yo, honestly, like Cartagena, Colombia.
Really?
That was awesome, man. Yeah, that was a blast.
Beautiful.
Like the food, the culture, the beach. Like, dude, if I ever do end up getting married, like bachelor party, Cartagena, man. That's what's happening.
Oh, you said it on here. It's on video. I'm gonna replay this at the bachelor party. You need to get married soon, bro. I'll pay for the Airbnb, bro.
Cartagena shit, man. Yo, Cartagena's up there. Like, Spain is awesome. Like, for me, like, Dubai was cool. Not a lot to it, honestly. Like, it's just like, I don't know, like it's very like super modern. It's like everything there is kind of like artificial. Like everyone's like there to like not show off and stuff like that. But yeah, like I love Paris. Paris is great because I took like 3 or 4 years of like French class basically, and then you read in French and you learn about all these like universities, landmarks, like all they have there, and then you just stumble into it like in Paris and stuff. So that's always awesome. So that's definitely up there on the list, man.
That's cool. So what
about you?
Oh, dude. I mean,
what are your spots?
So, I'm not going to put these in specific order, but I'll just give you 3 and then I'll figure it out. Yeah. Iceland is definitely on there.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I loved Iceland.
That's awesome.
So, no offense to Colombia, it's not going to be on the list just because I didn't travel a lot when I was in Colombia. Actually, that's not true.
Yeah.
No, that's not true. I did go to the national park. So yeah, Colombia's on it. So it's Iceland, it's Colombia.
Tayrona, right? Tayrona Park?
We went, Parque Tayrona. We went there. That was awesome. Beautiful. And we had a whole group, so it was fun. It was so hot though. But and then number 3, I'm gonna say France.
Yeah?
Yeah.
France is awesome, man.
Paris is one of my favorite cities of all time.
When are you going again, man? Let's fucking do it.
I mean,
next summer?
Probably next summer. I mean, Perrine's been like the whole reason we went is for Perrine. But Perrine's been coming to the States recently. So not recently, but the last 2 times she's come out here. So we've been doing less Paris trips. But we were out there. That was P's first vacation.
Yeah.
For their wedding.
What was that? Last summer?
That was last summer. Last summer in August in the south of France. I drove 10 hours from Paris down to the south of France in a stick shift car. Yeah, with an 11-month-old.
Why'd you drive? You don't want to fly?
So, like, when you have kids, I pray to God that your kid does not have colic or that your kid travels well. So we were worried that he wouldn't travel well on a flight. So number 1, it's a red eye. Number 2, it's the longest flight she's ever been on, and blah, blah, blah. So we just didn't know if she was going to sleep, stuff like that. So we hedged our bets. So we said, all right, look, we're going to fly to Paris round trip. in between Paris, because we would have flown from Paris to Marseille. And then we would have, so what we did was said, all right, cool, look, let's test it out. We'll fly to Paris and then we'll drive down to the wedding. And then depending on how that goes, we'll either drive back to Paris or we'll take a flight from Marseille to Paris and we'll stay in a hotel and then we'll fly back to the States the next day. So he was amazing on the flights. She was great.
She's good?
He was great. But we still drove because the night, it was just safer that way. We felt like we were in more control of being able to move her around if she got uncomfortable and stuff like that, if we had the car. And plus, do you know how much luggage I flew with, bro? You should have seen me. I had 7 checked-in bags. 7
Jesus
checked-in bags. Shit is wild. Anyway.
What's up with P, man? Is she ready for second birthday? What we doing? We doing Zoom? We doing in person?
Lion King theme. It's probably going to be a virtual birthday.
Yeah?
It's in September 10th.
Yeah, dude. It's on the
calendar.
calendar.
P's birthday. I got me and Kat 3-year wedding anniversary coming up the 13th of August.
Jesus. Oh, damn, dude.
Came up
Happy
quick,
early
right?
anniversary, man.
9 days.
Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah.
We're going to do something in the backyard. But
nice, dude.
Yeah, I got these cool lights set up, like these hipster lights set up in the backyard. It looks sick.
Yeah?
You got to come out to Jersey, bro. We got space out here. Just buy the house next to me.
I could, man. One day. We'll see.
Yeah,
one day.
Buy it up, bro. Real estate, bro. That's how you build wealth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What's it called? So we're going to do the virtual birthday party, Lion King theme. I haven't reserved the cake yet. But, yeah, dude, she's about to be 2, man. It's crazy. I got a 2-year-old.
Time flies, man.
Like that, bro.
Dude, sometimes do you go upstairs and she just looks at you and just says, Daddy, shut up. I'm working. I'm making us money, Dad. Leave us alone.
You know what her big thing is now? She says, help. So I'll come upstairs. She'll see me and she'll be like, oh, I can get him to do something. So she'll go and grab my hand and be like, help. To go grab a banana or to go open the gate or to bring her downstairs or upstairs. She'll just figure out some way to manipulate me, but you can't say no. Her the voice is so cute. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. Dude, she's got the dance moves too, right?
Oh, she's crushing it.
Yeah, dude. See you freaking just jamming out the Drake all day, right?
She kills it, man. She likes Drake. And she likes the national anthem before soccer games.
Really?
She loves it. It's just something random that she just loves. Nice. She doesn't like hockey, though. She doesn't like sports. She doesn't like watching sports. It's tough. I know. But she loves music. She loves dancing. She loves all that stuff. All right, let's wrap it up, bro. I mean, thank you so much for doing this, by the way. This was fun.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I mean, we didn't really have an agenda. I just wanted to kind of jam with you, and we'll post-edit this so it looks dope. But so the way I end the podcast for everybody, right, it's fill in the blank for a reason. So the question, or I guess the statement is, discovering the blank in you by listening to the blank in them. So I'll give you a little bit to kind of think about that, but I guess just kind of base it on our conversation, right? I think that we talked about a lot of stuff, and I think that just kind of based on that, what kind of circulates in your mind based on
what just sent us out? Discovering the what?
Discovering the blank in you by listening to the blank in them.
Discovering the blank in you, what is listen to the blank in them? I'd say like discovering the inspiration to yourself by listening to the courage in them. Because I think what you're doing right now, this is courageous, going out there, putting yourself on a limb, and it's also inspiring, honestly, man. So I
appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, dude.
I appreciate that, bro. I said it once, I'll say it again. You're my fucking brother. I love you. Thank you for doing this, and let's fucking wrap it. 1,
even though you dusty.
Clap.
Holla. Cheers.